Hi, welcome back to Patricia Stuart of Patricia Stuart Originals. So today, as you can see here, I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can take your gel prints and place them in cards. They make wonderful gifts. We know the holidays will soon be here. And you may want to give a keepsake gift to family members or friends or colleagues. And so I have some gel prints here, some pieces that I did that I really liked, and I decided to put them inside these cards. And my gel prints, some of them, well, besides the ones that you see that I do, some of them are pretty large. Like I have these here. This is 14 by 14 when I first did the gel printing on it. And so I had to actually scan a portion of it in my scanner to reduce it to a 5 by 7 as a copy. And so that's the other thing. If you have gel prints that are on very large pieces of paper, the scanners will only do maybe 11 by 14 size. It's good for 8 by 10. But if, you know, your prints happen to be large like mine are, you can resize it to a 5 by 7. So what I did in the scanner, I just centered it on the portion that I really wanted for the card. So I didn't get these sides, this particular side with that piece of art. So I just settled for what was just the main focus and focal point of the gel print. And so you can, in your computer, you can resize the picture. Once you download it into your computer and save it, then you can resize. This was an 8 by 10, which is, you know, I do a lot of my gel printing in 8 by 10s. And so it was resized to 5 by 7 because the cards that I have are they are 5.5. They're 5 by 7s, but the window is 3.5 by 5.5. So it had to be resized. When I resized it, I also made copies. I tried two different papers. I tried the regular computer paper, but it came out very dull. When you print something, a copy from something, it's depending on the printer you have. I was using Inkjet, and so sometimes the Inkjet will have a tendency to give you a dull print. So I tried, you know, different sizes to get the right size for the window of these cards. So that came out dull, and so what I decided to do was to use this gloss paper, professional business paper. I get it from Amazon, and it's wonderful even for cards. It's a thin paper, but it has a gloss finish, And I find that when I copy something onto that, like graphics and color, it comes out very well. You get 150 sheets. This is for laser printers and inkjet. Professional business paper. It's made by HP. And so what you're looking at here is done on the gloss paper. And so these cards that I got, what's great about them, it's a very durable, weighty mat. And then it opens, you can put your sentiments on the inside, or you could type it up and, you know, paste it on however you like. Since it's an open window, I just took some black art paper, cut it to size to provide a backing for it. So it's something very simple that you can do, and you can have a batch of wonderful cards with your prints, with your gel prints. You could pick out some of your favorite ones and gift them this holiday season as small tokens and gifts. The recipients can decide to go and buy a 5x7 frame and put them in and put them on the wall. So this is frameable art, and you should consider doing that with your gel prints. They make lovely gifts. The other fun thing when you are saving them on your computer, you can also lighten the colors. Most laptops and computers come with some type of photo editing in it, and you can lighten them if you feel that the color shifted, became a little darker. You can lighten it, and I suggest that you kind of lighten it a bit. You can sharpen it and get a little bit more precision, because when you're looking at the original piece of art, the original is always going to be a better look. And then by the time that we take a picture of it, not unless you're using a professional digital camera, by the time it's saved onto the computer, it loses some of its original look. And so, you know, when you're photo editing on your computer, you can lighten it up a bit to make it closer to the original, where you can get the best look. And it also allows you to resize. You can resize it to 4x6, you can resize it to 5x7, or you can, if you want to do a full 8x10, it will do that for you. And so these make wonderful gifts, and not just during the holiday season, but anytime that you would like to gift your art. The other option is you can also sell them if you wanted to. They're copies of your art. My originals to these probably will go into much larger frames, either for a gallery showing or for sale. The other thing, if you don't want to be bothered with resizing, you can get the 3x5 gel plate. Right? This is a 3x5 gel plate. And you can, you know, do your work. Now with this you may get a little, like you see I have at the bottom, a little space at the bottom and the top. And so you may get that because this is a little smaller than the 5x7 window, but that's fine. You put a piece of paper behind it, whatever color you want, to extend the look of the print. So you can do your gel printing on a smaller, if you like, to avoid resizing. Okay, and these cards, I got these cards from Amazon. I got 20 of them, I think for $19.50. No, I got 15, I'm sorry. 15 came in a pack, and they are self-standing greeting cards. I will put all of the information in the description box for the gloss paper and the cards, so you can look it up on Amazon. And these cards also came with envelopes. And so what a wonderful keepsake gift that you can give at any time, but in particular the holiday seasons. This allows you to share your art with others, and for them also to enjoy your art. And if you don't want to share them as art, you for yourself could get 5x7 frames, put them in, and you can just have in your house an area where you put up some of your favorite gel prints on your wall so that you can enjoy them. And so that's an option. Now, as I said before, I use black art paper. I just traced around and cut it to size. You know, I did a batch of these. This way, you know, I can just tape them on. And I used double-sided tape here and here on the inside. And attached it. First, though, I attached the picture, the artwork, to the back of this first, and then put the tape and then glue it in. So it's very simple, very easy to do, and you will get joy and satisfaction in sharing your art with others. And so as you go into doing your gel prints, keep that in mind. And as you sort through the ones that you're doing, put aside in an envelope the ones that are particularly special to you, that you really enjoyed making, the ones that you embellished, either with your paint pens or you added things to them. When I did these, I gel printed, and then I came and I added some words that I typed out on the computer and put them in a box and added some more paint to it. I added some masks, these little circles, mask of other gel prints that I cut in circles and paste them on. This was another mask that I was using to make dots, and I just cut a portion of it out and attach that. And so you can certainly, that's one of the pleasures of me making my own stencils, is that when I get through with the stencils and the masks, if they've been worked a lot, they develop such pretty colors from using them over and over again. And I cut them out. Here was another one. And I cut them out and attached them to a gel print. This was another one that was cut out and added. and these little houses from gel prints that I had done, and I just use a hole puncher and punch some holes in the square pieces, embellished with markers, and put them on. And I added little strips of different gel prints. Here you see bubble wrap that I had used, and some other stencils that I had used. And so you put all of these things together and they can make a beautiful painting that can go inside frames. That was the same thing that I did here, where I gel printed all of the background, and then I took some other gel printed paper and cut it out and put it here. This was a big circle of another gel print, and I had some stencils, and I just stenciled on some African people on top of that. And then the sun up here was another circle that I cut in half that was from another gel print. And so because these pieces were kind of in the family of the background that I had put, they went well together. And then I did some mark making here, and it makes for a nice painting. And so those are things that you can consider. And again, if you want to get the 3x5 gel print, it depends on the cards. I think I've only seen these in 5x7. I haven't seen any larger. But you can always have what do you call regular matting. If you want to do an 8x10, like the one that I did, you want to keep your gel print in 8x10, you can certainly get 8x10 matting. And you can mat it and put it in a frame. They don't have cards that would actually be 8x10. But the other option to the 8x10, or larger than the 5x7, is, you know, regular cardstock paper. You fold it in half and it becomes the regular size of a greeting card. And then you can take your print and actually put it on the face of that greeting card. You can do that as well using cardstock paper, which is the weight of a greeting card, and just using the same double-sided tape, you will tape it on the face of the cardstock, and there you will have your card. You can also attach to the front of it maybe a separate mat that works for that size. I think that would be 5.5 by 4.5 or something like that, half the size of the 8x11 regular computer paper size. So there are various options where you can use your gel prints. And so I've started working on mine. I know the holidays will be coming up. I have some birthdays coming up, and they make for nice gifts, and it's economical. And I think your recipients would be happy to receive frameable art. So I hope that that tip is helpful for you. and that you will start getting working on your holiday cards and your gift cards. Thanks again for stopping by.